Hey, wake up, world. It's time for a little bit of coffee.
Rise and grind, it's that time. Morning sun, coffee chime. Three small folks, one average bro. Tune in now, let's start the show. Tiny crew, big dreams, brewing thoughts, vivid schemes. Sipping on that morning brew. Got that energy, how about you? Little bit of coffee, little bit of fun. Kicking off the day, everybody come. Perk up your ears, hear the latest buzz. Grab your mug, join the morning fuss. Short in size, tall in spirit. Every topic, yeah, we near it. Laughter news, we got the flow. Press play and let it go. Little bit of coffee, little bit of fun. Kicking off the day, everybody come. Perk up your ears, hear the latest buzz. Grab your mug, join the morning fuss. Morning thoughts.
So grab your Joe and let's go.
Good morning. Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's
Day. How goes it, everybody? Top of the morning.
It is the day a little person gets a free drink bought for him.
Exactly.
So, what is up, everybody? Why is our producer on the stage again? So, how was your guys' week? Any special St. Patty's Day parties? Vinny, did you attend any St. Patty's Day parties? Anything big for you, bud?
No, nothing big. What about you, Pappy?
No, I'm just going to celebrate at home with some Guinness with my little lady and wear the green and just enjoy St. Patty's Day as a good Irishman would.
All right. What about you, Jeffy?
Shortcut, yeah. Saturday I went to a Topper's Show Bar and I was there as Lucky the Leprechaun. My leprechaun name is Shortcut, the Irish Nut. But Saturday I went as Lucky, and I had a wonderful, awesome time with everybody taking pictures, and it was really fun. I even got on stage and twerked it a little bit. So.
Whoa!
You jiggled them.
I had to make money, man. I had to make money. I had to, you know.
And for those who don't know,
I have a new fun.
And for those that don't know, shortcut twerking or dancing in a public setting of any kind usually not going to happen. So I commend him that he did.
Okay, Jeremy.
I have a newfound respect for those ladies. Go ahead, Vinny. Vinny.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. Finish up.
Paper, rock, scissors.
I have a newfound respect for those ladies. Those ladies get up all day long, and I mean, you know, and they're on their feet and on high heels. I did that for 3 minutes, and it about killed me. You know.
Well, back many moons ago, I used to do a leprechaun booking once a year at a club, Greens Fork, Indiana. I'm trying to remember the name of the club, but what was it called? Little Louis. Little Louis. And it was owned by a husband and wife. And prior to getting that booking, I used to go and do bookings every year, you know, several at a time. But they decided they wanted me exclusively for them. So every year they would make sure they get next year's contract done. So there was nobody else getting me. And they were so wonderful. They became my family. It was just a guaranteed gig every year. And my sister-in-law and her family is the one that got it for me. And it was always a good time. I always enjoyed those bookings.
Awesome. Yeah, I used to do
you
a
guys
lot of
taught me
leprechaun.
everything I know.
Pappy, go ahead. What did you say?
I used to do a lot of leprechaun shows back in Maine when before I had my back surgeries. Every year I would make, I don't know, a dozen appearances on St. Patty's Day. I started at 5 a.m. and got done at 2 a.m. and went bar to bar to bar to bar to bar and had so much fun.
Did that when you were single, huh?
No, I was married. Did it when I could actually walk before my back surgery. But
Yeah.
I did it right up until like 3 years
So-
ago.
Now, many years ago, me and another little guy here in Indiana, we used to go do morning beer and egg at the big radio station here in Indiana
Yeah.
called The Bear, 98.9 The Bear. And
Okay.
we used to go in there, a little shout out for you guys, never forgot it. But they used to invite us for this thing called beer and eggs every St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
I want to tell anybody listening, if you try to get up at 5 a.m. and drink beer,
Oh,
you are one of the toughest fellows on earth. Because
yeah.
we
It has
got
to be
told we
green
had to
beer.
do that. Yeah. And have a taste for beer, which I
Yeah.
do not, by the way. It is the hardest thing to do. 5 a.m. They're bringing this big old mug of beer, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, I used to do the
Yeah,
same
I
thing.
used to do that every morning. I used to do that every morning.
Yeah, I did the same thing back in with the radio station back in Maine with WPOR 101.9. They were a country station, and I started with them at 5 in the morning, and we went different places, and it was a blast with those guys. And
Yeah.
so
Oh, the crews
I have
were
a question,
fun. You
guys.
can't. Any
Hey guys,
radio
don't mean
station.
to interrupt anybody, but I would love to know what Mr. Phoenix's plans were for St. Patty's Day, or what you did last weekend.
Well, actually, nothing too exciting. Just fixing the car and everything because it's got to run. But the one thing I want to show is, can we show everybody our new Pledge of Allegiance?
yes, do that.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. We need to start to show off correctly.
Is that okay to show them? And let's see if the fans like it.
Well,
I'm with you,
ahead.
Mr. Phoenix.
All right, here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation under God,
indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all.
Nicely done.
Good.
Nicely
I hope
done.
our fans like that.
Yes.
Good.
That was a
I
really
want to
good
ask
one.
you guys something.
Okay.
What I mean, go ahead.
No, go. I was listening.
Oh, yeah, I've been recently doing these doing gigs like this and stuff like that. What is the worst thing you guys have ran into doing this? I'm afraid of going there and getting messed with, or do you go by yourself, or do you bring like a bodyguard with you, or?
I usually had the house's bodyguards watch me. The biggest thing I had a problem with is getting people wanting to pick me up for good luck. That was the biggest thing.
So that's like
and
rubbing
of course you
Buddha's
take
belly.
1,000 pictures, but that's all right. Sometimes you're getting close to women, too close to women. But
that's why I said it's a single man thing, because
yeah.
What do you guys normally charge per picture, or do you just put a tip cup out there and hope for the best? Or
I always just had the house cover me.
Okay.
I always charged. But as we discovered yesterday, we were talking back when I was doing the leprechaun thing. I think each person individually, do everything just a little bit different. Back when I was doing leprechaun and the wrestling gigs and all that many years ago, I had certain prices and certain ways that I did everything. I had a certain contract for each type of gig, whether it was an elf at Christmas time.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day leprechaun, or just a dwarf gig, period. I mean, there was a lot of different ways that I took entertainment and used it to my advantage when I was able. Now, what about you, Vinny?
Well, when I lived in Vegas, I used to do leprechaun gigs, and I would not have a bodyguard with me, but instead I would rent a spot on Fremont Street and make about $400, $500, $600 a night.
Wow.
Just taking pictures, and nobody was allowed to pick me up. I had a whiteboard with 3 set of rules. Don't
Yes, sir.
pick me up. Don't grope me, and be respectful. and it worked. People
Oh,
pay
good.
$5-6 for a picture.
Hmm.
And
Now,
then one night though, I ended up getting robbed. Some guy ended up running out from behind where I had my stash and my setup and took everything that I made.
you
You
know
I
a
think
was
I
going
question.
to
know?
ask you, did you have anybody
Man,
with
that's
you
messed
to?
up. That's jacked up.
The question I got for you, and I'm not being funny when I say this. I know a lot of people have talked about how I torment the living snot out of you, but it's all in good fun, and people need to understand that too. But this is a serious question. You being so much smaller than the majority of us little people, because you're a lot smaller.
You are widow.
You find, yeah, you are little. You find that when you are getting bookings, that you get a little more attention than even, let's say, most of us little people, because like me, I'm an average height little person. I know that sounds so oxymoron, but
When I get bookie, uh, let me. No, I don't get more attention. I get more nasty comments. I get more abuse because I'm shorter.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I did
I,
this guy's birthday party at his house, and he wanted a mini sombrero, a mini Mexican sombrero. So I dressed up like one. I dressed up like one of those
Speedy Gonzalez off
drunk,
the Looney Tunes.
yeah, like one of those drunk Mexicans that sit
drunk.
with the sombrero over their head and the poncho on, and but the sombrero they gave me was hard plastic because they filled it half with chips and half with dip, and I had to wear that on my head and walk around for 3-4 hours.
why
So
didn't you just
you ended
break
up becoming a
out
server
the ship
instead
and
of
start
an
dipping?
act.
Yeah, I ended up becoming a server instead of somebody who. Happy St.
That's
Patrick's Day, Kim.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Kim. Hey, Vinny, before I change the gear on that, while I was talking about the Leprechaun gig, and do you tend to get treated a little differently because of the being much smaller? The main reason I asked that is my son, who is also a little person, as he was getting older into his mid-teen years, you're maturing, you're becoming a young. One of his biggest pet peeves, because he was so much smaller than me, was how adults would talk to him like he was still three. You
oh
know,
yes.
they would walk up to him in a store, for example. Hey there, little buddy, what are you looking for? Kind of like I talk to you every day, but I do it more to annoy you, not to pick on you.
Well,
So
I know that's meant to be a joke, but at the same time,
it's
um,
so degrading.
Yes.
I actually get it done to me sometimes. Like when I shave all my hair off of my face, I
Both of
look
them.
like a kid until they see my tattoos that I got on my arms and stuff. But like in the winter when I have to cover up and they shave my face and I go to the store, people do that to me. They go, "Oh, well, you need some help, little guy," and I turn around and I look like 30 mouth. Yeah,
I could so just see Vinny going to the store with with his dad, and the tattoos are on his arm, and they look at his dad and be like, "What kind of sick person are you? You a
it's
minor?"
happened. It's happened. We had a Karen come
I'm
in.
I'm gonna come
In
up there to
the
Detroit
store.
and do it to you just on purpose. Just to
Oh,
stir some
people,
trouble.
Oh
When I
but
see in
wow.
the store, I'll be like, "Oh, look at his little bitty tattoos. They look like little stick-ons."
oh my god, I get um people. You know what they say, Karens. I get
Yeah.
Karens almost every time I go out, and they get funnier and stupider at the same time.
Oh,
I
well, I
swear.
think we all deal with that. Really, being, I
Hey,
mean,
I've got a question
well,
for you
Oh
guys
yeah,
as being
absolutely.
little. For you guys
What's up,
being
man?
little, do people just flop out the camera and just start videoing?
hundreds of times.
Sometimes,
I
Yep.
can't
sometimes.
even tell you how
Hmm.
many times that's happened.
I
I've
can
been in
use
a store and
I'm gonna say
people walk up to me and go, "Hey, can we get a photo with you?" You
they
know,
don't even ask sometimes. They just do it. while you're walking, while you're shopping.
Yeah, on my way to I was going to Athens, Topper's Athens Show Bar. I went when I was on my way up there. I made the mistake of getting dressed before I went instead of going in there and getting dressed. It took me forever to get to the bar. It took me forever to get in there.
Wow.
I want to talk about along the lines of little people. I want to get more into it next week. We was going to bring it into the subject line this week, but just it's one of those things that, man, we want to get our P's and Q's to get it out, all of our I's, cross all of our T's. The new Snow White movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, fellas. We have 4 of us dwarfs in here that make a living off being entertained. Why was little people not cast?
Exactly.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about that next week.
But the purpose of the conversation is going to be, and fans, if you guys are watching this now or you watch throughout the week, come join us next week. We want to get into a big conversation piece about CGI little people, but then they turn around and they just did not follow the Snow White script to the old classic. And there's so many things that I found really offensive on what I'm hearing about. I just take the time and I want to go a little deeper to, not offend anyone. Well, I'm offended, but I'm going to try not to offend anyone else. See, look, Kim's even got our back. She's agreeing with us. Exactly. Why wasn't little people cast? I mean, I could have been a star. I could have been a star.
You could have been, POD. You could have been.
They could have made a new dwarf and called him intelligent dwarf. And
no,
you could have been a star on that. You could have played problem.
You would have become horny. You'd be horny dwarf. What are you talking about?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, he'd be grumpy. He'd be grumpy dwarf.
Oh, grumpy dwarf.
They already have one.
Vinny would be dopey.
Yeah, Vinny would definitely be dopey.
I'm dopey.
Be dopey.
I'm the funniest one in the group. I'm dopey.
Please.
I haven't picked out Pappy or shortcuts yet, but I'll figure it out.
Okay.
By next week.
Pappy would be Doc.
Yeah.
Pappy be Doc. Okay. Shortcut would be Happy Dwarf.
Yeah, I can see that now.
All right, guys. So, next week's topic. Let's talk about the new Snow White 7 Dwarfs. I look forward to that. Let's all do a little bit of homework on it and, dot some I's, cross some T's. But for our St. Patty's Day special, as you guys might remember, our good friend Jay Adams as a giant, and we were talking about the differences in the things that they run into that we don't. Well, that week we had Buck, the American Giant, scheduled, but he had an emergency come up, and we were unable to interview him. So when we come back, we're going to knock that interview out the park. Oh, Jeremy, got something before we go, Phoenix?
No, I was just going to say, I caught up with him. Finally.
You did finally catch up to him, yeah. So when we come back from this break, we'll finally interview. What is he, Phoenix, 7'3"?
He's 7'3", 1 inch shorter than Andre the Giant, 23 size shoe, and he can squash you like a bug.
Yes, sir.
A size 23 shoe? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wow. I wear size 13. Moly. What size does Shaq wear?
I don't know. We can ask our Google down there at the bottom, and
we'll have
it back from a break.
Find out what size shoe Shaq wears. We're coming back, and we're going to interview Buck, the American Giant.
All right.
Gentlemen, what's going on?
Hi, how are you, sir? Welcome to the show.
I look up to you.
One of our producers takes the day off, so now we're not sure who's running the show. We only got one behind the scene today instead of our normal two. Bear with us today. How are you, Buck, the American Giant?
Doing well, thank you. How about you guys?
We're great.
Good.
A little bit shorter than you.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
It's my pleasure to meet you guys too. Thank you for having me.
See, POD, I told you I'd bring back up with you tormenting me.
Well,
torments me too.
Well, wait a minute. Whoa. Who's tormenting who?
POD always
the guy
torments
with
me.
the headband.
Yeah.
The head, are you, man, I heard about you trying to torment anybody. Do I need to come up there and take you and squash you like King Kong Bundy did the little beaver?
Who you talking to me?
Hey,
I am your POD. Man, I've had to beat a few guys in my day.
I wouldn't do that anyway. Don't worry about it. That's just me talking.
I grabbed Vinny by the ankles. I
I
started
hear you
swinging.
guys fucking smack.
POD makes a good eraser cover. You know those little things you put at the end of a pencil?
Yeah.
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 Look. Mr. American Giant, just please leave his head alone. It's swollen enough.
There he is.
There he is. A good pick of him.
Yeah.
And then
Well, thank you guys.
And look at this. This is Vinny life size.
Right.
Vinny is the shortest. He's 1'5".
I am the shortest at 3'5".
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well,
That'd be quite a match for you.
I think we can borrow one of your shoe boxes and build him a condo.
if I did that, guys, I'd be charging you $50 an hour.
Hey, there's your new Airbnb, Vinny.
Yeah, tell me about it. I use Shaquille O'Neal's shoe to canoe.
So, Mr. Buck, tell us about you. Tell us about what you do.
Oh, are you talking to Mr. Bain? Just kidding. Well, guys, I'll tell you what, I've been in the wrestling business for about almost 33 years now. I was started out back in Tampa Bay, trained by the great Malenko, and started my career in professional wrestling after that. Yes, if you guys saw the match with the NWO WCW when I got my butt whipped by the NWO, of course. Not just kidding, by the way. But we did those when I tagged up with Pistol Pez Wally. I'm 7'3", 340-pounder from Syracuse, New York. And we're a size 23 shoes, so any of you guys get out of hand, I will have to put my shoe up your faces. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. Don't worry about that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Trust me.
Hey, you try that, I'll jump up real high and punch you in the big toe.
Oh, you better get allowed to do that, brother, because if I catch you in the gorilla press line, you're going down to the count.
Hey, listen, I could run. I'll run. I could run away real fast.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm a good boy.
Now, just like the late Captain Lou Albano would say, you can have the next question or the next word. Go right ahead, ask me anything you want to ask me. Believe me, I'm not an imitator and never a duplicator.
Your greatest match. What's the match that, like, when you retire, if you were to retire today and you look back, you can say, I feel like that was the match that it wasn't even really work. It was just purely a great day in the ring.
I had 2 days like that. Number one is one of the great wrestlers in the business a long time, the Cuban Assassin. He's one of the great matches I had. And there was another one that I had shortly after I left WCW. His name is Nasty Ned Brady. I don't know if you guys remember him or not.
No, sir.
But
I do.
Ned Brady was one of the vicious guys in the business, and I had to take him out. One day I had a match with him one day, and the next day I get a phone call from one of his medical doctors. He says, "Sir, we just had to evaluate Mr. Ned Brady in the office, and he says he was seeing stars." I said, "What do you mean he was seeing stars? You whacked him with a chain across the head. We saw the videotape on that." I said, "You're darn right. If he was going to cheat, I'm going to stop the cheating." Well, he was seeing stars for a month and a half.
Wow.
All darn.
And as far as the Cuban Assassin is concerned, I respect him highly as a great athlete. He's been around a long time. He knows what he's doing inside the square circle. But yet, then again, when it comes to cheating and annihilate wrestlers inside the square circle, my authority is to go in there and get the job done and stop the cheating and stop the hurting of other wrestlers. It's just that simple. That's what I do.
Okay.
See, that's why I got him to come today.
Do you have a regular job outside pro wrestling, a shoot job?
I do have a shoot job, yes.
Yes, sir. You mind sharing with us?
Yeah, I can do that. I work in a residential group home 3 to 5 days a week, pending. I take care of clients who have health issues and basically behavioral issues as well. And that's what I do outside of the ring.
I can see in a behavioral issue where you'd be a tremendous enforcer.
Oh, I was just
you have to teach them the qualities of life, and that's what I do. Try to do on a daily basis with them, and sometimes it can be real challenging.
I'm sure
it really can.
I applaud you for your work.
What kind of health issues?
I'm sorry.
You said health issues. What kind of health issues?
It depends. It can go anywhere from being paralyzed, with some clients, to mental capacities and all that. It depends what the case is, and we just work with them accordingly.
That's very awesome, man. I like that. That's cool.
My brother does what you do, and I applaud your work.
Repeat that again.
I said, my brother does what you do, and I applaud your work.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, brother.
You're very welcome.
Here soon we'll pay Buck and then help Starkey because he's got some mental issues.
Hey, your proctologist called. They found your head. I just like know.
I have to ask, what is your end goal in your wrestling career?
What is my what?
Your end goal in your wrestling career.
My end goal? You mean like the finisher?
Like what to look back on? How would you want everybody to remember you? Is that what you're saying, Benny?
The end game.
Look back
the
at
end game. Yeah. What is your what is it called? Legacy.
Legacy.
I'd like to be remembered being a role model for the children, especially in the wrestling game. And it may not just be pro wrestling; it could be any type of sport or any other career. Just to go out there and do the best you can.
Excellent.
And there's a lot of children today, and a lot of teenagers today that like who love professional wrestling. I guarantee you that. Yeah. But here's the thing: you do it right and not do it the wrong way, and go down the wrong road. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You gotta make right choices.
Need a good role model. Yeah.
I would like to throw my 2 cents on what he just said right there. Many times in other settings, I have made the statement that as an entertainer, I felt like I was a great entertainer. As a pro wrestler, I really should have paid a lot closer attention in the training and stuff because as a wrestler, I definitely do not feel I was a good wrestler. I was an adequate wrestler, at best.
Right.
Looking back at my career, I wish I would have taken a lot more of my training, a lot more serious, and not tried to jump the gun so fast. And really spot on a lot better. So yeah, I totally agree with you in that statement. If you are hearing what Buck just said, reiterating, don't go into it and think 2 weeks in. If somebody trains you and 2 weeks into it, they're saying you're ready for your first match. You're really not. You're really
no,
not.
You're not. And like you said, brother, if you're going to get into business, whether you're a referee, wrestler, manager, whatever the case is, take the time and study the art. Study the art. It takes anywhere from 6 months to a year. Take that time. Don't rush it.
Absorb it all. Absorb it all.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So sponge it.
I promise you, once you get it down pat, it will work out far better for you.
Yes.
And if you rush it within 2 to 3 months, I guarantee you it's not going to work out very well at all. Take your time.
Right. That's good. It's good advice.
Vinny, you got anything you want to ask? Vinny has been considering. We've been thinking about getting some of the action figures in one of those little bitty rings and setting up matches with Vinny. Friday night matches.
Yeah.
Kind of like Rock'em Sock'em robots.
No. Vinny is a lover, not a fighter, and he doesn't like.
Well, Vinny, I heard different. What's wrong with you, brother? I heard you're a Until you take the American Giant. What's the deal with that?
No. You were way too big, and I am way too tiny.
You got shoes bigger than him. But hey, let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue with our discussion with the American Giant, 7'3", the monster.
Yeah, brother.
And we're back.
All right. Buck, I've got to ask this. What is the worst match you've ever done?
Oh, that was what I was going to ask. Yeah.
The worst match
that you would wish you could just, Back to the Future it and redo it.
History.
I had one guy who I wrestled. Excuse me, I got a little food in my mouth. He thinks he can out wrestle me and not tell me, but try to insult me. He's a real thin kid. Well, I'll put you this way. By the time I got done with it, he pissed off the Giant, took him to the corner, gave him a real serious, what they call a receipt. Give him a real big chop across the chest. He wore my handprint for a month and a half. Okay. Yeah. Brother, here's the thing I'm going to tell you straightforward. Do not get the big head in club wrestling. Do not get the big head. If you do, I will give you a serious receipt. No questions asked. I'm not there to have a big head. We're all there to work together. And it's just that simple. Be humbled in everything that you do.
And humble. And humble, but you got to remember, the number one reason we're here is to entertain the fans. No matter what avenue that is in the pro wrestling game. At the end of the day, it's the fans that pay our bills. So if you are not thinking of them first, you're only thinking of yourself, you're never going to make it.
You got that right.
Do you have a website, by the way, we can share with everybody? Or any way of people contacting you for bookings?
Yes, my manager has created a website. You can go on the Facebook at any time, put in the American Giant official website. That's been posted here recently. You can find all the information there. Or you can go to my personal page as well. I put a lot of information, and we go back and forth and make sure everybody knows what's going on in my career.
Okay. If somebody in our crew could look that up in Google or something, see if you can find an actual website, and we can put it up on the screen. I'd like him to get a little boost here.
Turkey, where's our Google?
Don't talk about that on the podcast, man.
Yeah, you can Google it or go on Facebook and get it.
Don't be playing with that either. No, that's not right.
Yep, absolutely.
So, who's next? Who's got another question for him?
Happy had a question.
Yeah, I had a question. Now, we as little people have major challenges going to hotels and the beds are way too high, or going to public bathrooms and everything is too high for us. So what is your biggest challenge, being your height, which would be probably the opposite of what we deal with?
Two things. Number one, going to a restaurant, ducking underneath the doors. It depends what the weather is. No, I'm not kidding, because I used to run a house in St. Petersburg, Florida. One night I went to sleep after I got home from my shoe job at the time, and I woke up and not realizing to turn the light on, I banged my head against the frame of the door. I was seeing stars for about a week and a half.
Yeah.
And number two, sometimes fitting into different vehicles can be challenging for me.
Okay.
Okay. Now you think I had a problem with that? Check out the late great Andre the Giant.
I'm sure.
You know, or John Studd, or the great Colleen, all these guys. Some of these guys had issues. So they're like, well, why don't you just take the front seat out, sit in the back seat? I'm like, are you trying to insult big guys? Don't do that, brother.
Right.
I got a question for you.
Why do people instantly think because you're tired or because you're taller than other people or you're different that they can insult you? That is just
yeah.
It really bugs me.
Yeah.
I can't go to the store and walk back to my car without somebody thinking I'm a kid running into the street.
You got people following you everywhere you go.
Okay, what was the question again? I'm sorry, you're fading in now.
Starkey had a question.
Starkey.
Go ahead.
Oh, me?
Yep,
yeah, you.
Oh yeah, I had a question for you. I know in sports. I did sports. You wear a cup, right? I was wondering if you could loan that to Vinny, because like when he wash him in the kitchen sink, he needs something to sit in.
Again. Anything
Don't insult the little guy like that. Come on now.
Perfect size. It would be a perfect size. I'm just saying.
It would be a bathtub for me. Okay.
Why are you insulting him like that?
About that
Don't really insult him too much. He is teeny tiny whittle, but
that would be like me taking all you guys out and squash you like bugs.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
Well,
I know you could.
Backhand.
I'm not going to do it. I mean, come on, brother.
Buck, do you have any matches coming up?
Yes, I do have. I do have a couple of matches coming up. One is a week from this Saturday in Danville, Kentucky.
Okay.
For Elite Wrestling Alliance, I'm looking forward. That'll be my first time out there in a very long time.
All right.
And I'm looking forward to meeting the fans out there and wrestle hard and get a great victory out of that.
Nice.
And I got another one. I'll be going to a fan fest in St. Louis on May 16th and 17th. And there's a lot of I'll be with a lot of the legends of wrestling. Greg the Hammer Valentine will be out there. Brutus Beefcake, Missy Hyatt, Teddy Long, a whole host of others.
That sounds like a good lineup right there, man.
On the Saturday, March 22nd, where did you say you're going to be located at?
March 22nd, I'll be in Danville, Kentucky, at the Community Center.
Kentucky Community Center. And who's running this show, my friend?
Elite Wrestling Alliance.
All right, give them a little shout out here in a second. Trying to get a banner put together for you here.
Pretty good.
Who else got a question, man? This is a chance.
I don't have a question. I have. Oh, God, go ahead. I keep interrupting people.
You're
go
fine.
ahead.
Good.
It's not more of a question.
You know when they did that thing?
You know what? God dang you, Starkey.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
I'm Italian. So Italians learn when they're kids to pick their fights, to pick the fights that they can win, and to make friends with the ones that we can't win. So American Giant is now one of my close friends because I know I'm not going to win there.
Pleasure's all mine, brother. Anybody who picks on little guys, I'm going to say that kindly because there's other wrestlers out there who be discriminating. I'm not going down that road because it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Are friends to me. Like the micro wrestlers and all that. You guys are now, I consider my brothers and friends in this business.
It's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be.
So guess what? I forgot to tell you guys. The American Giant's going to be at my show October 10th, 11th, and 12th at Brooksville, Florida.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll just let's stop right there. And
That's
let's
the
show
one
you.
me and Shortcut's going to be there, right? Shortcut and me is going to be there.
I think Shortcut's coming too. Yeah.
Right.
Let's play that
All right.
commercial for that show real quick, and then we'll wrap it up with the American Giant. Let's play that commercial real fast for everybody.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, it's going to be a great time.
Working.
Looks like it's gonna be a great time. Looks awesome.
Whoa, diet. Oh, that was me. Never mind.
There you are, POD.
There he is.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello, Mr.
I was
Looks like
trying
a
to
great
actually,
event.
I heard Vinny having a family member in the background. I was trying to get him off stage, and instead I got me off the stage. So,
Well, it was good timing because it drowned it out what I just did. I don't even want to talk about it.
That's
Hey,
we
don't
didn't
talk
want to hear.
about it.
So is there
Any other
anything?
questions you guys have for me before we conclude this?
Where is your primary base? Like, if you said like the main area, if somebody wanted to come see you, like for me as POD, I wrestled everywhere, but the primary area you can see me was right here in the Midwest: Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Illinois, Michigan. So, where's the primary area for you, sir?
Well, I'm glad you said that. It's my primary is the Illinois, Indiana area. That's the primary. But there's only one special spot. Well, I'm not going to say spot. Yeah, I will say spot because it's going to go. There's one special spot that I want to wrestle in that a lot of people want to see the American Giant wrestle. It's back in my home state of Syracuse, New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
Nice.
and anybody can book me up there, I promise you, they will feel the power of the American Giant, brother.
Well, I just might have to do that, buddy. I have to just talk to some people and see what I can get accomplished.
Okay.
Yeah, I know some people up in New York. See what I could throw some people Jeremy's way.
We could put Vinny on your shoulders. That would be
I'll be
really
your
cool.
mini manager.
Let's keep Vinny out of this now. I mean,
That's drowning me with thoughts. Okay, tell you what. Here's how we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to put him on the big screen, and we're going to let him promote himself with his website and everything right under there. Yep. American Giant, we're going to put you on the big screen and just if you were going to do a promo of about a minute to promote yourself, the floor is yours, sir. Hang on a minute, let me get it for you.
That's me.
I know, wrong guy.
I'm the giant of the group.
I didn't.
All right, my friend.
If you want to learn more about the American Giant, you can go to the American Giant official website on Facebook, or you can message me at any time to answer any questions for you. And I promise you one thing, I will give you the answers that all these need to be. I promise you guys one thing. When I come to the arena, I will stop and talk with you and chat with you. And believe me, thank you for standing behind me after all these years. And I will continue to do what I need to do before I even retire in professional wrestling, brothers.
Great job. All right, Jeremy, take us to break.
Yeah.
You guys give it up for the Americans.
I got me crunk.
Thank you.
You pumped?
I feel like.
Hey guys, it's your boy Vinny MG coming at you live. When I'm not torturing or tormenting POD, I'm on here checking out all the cool content that me and my three brothers put up on this platform. Come and check this out. The show is called A Little Bit of Coffee. You can like, share, and subscribe for more content in the future. All right? So don't forget, grab your Joe and let's go.
If you're serious about growing on YouTube,
we're back. Hello.
How about unmute? Mr. Phoenix, do we have a top shelf on that interview?
No.
You're muted.
Everybody needs to unmute themselves.
Yeah.
I was unmuted. Who muted me back?
Yeah,
All right.
It wasn't me.
Do we have a top shelf on that recording for the 7th time?
No. We are going to do the top shelf live, and I was thinking of a top shelf about St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day top shelf. Before we get into that, while we were listening to the American Giant, I wanted to touch base just one last little thing, and maybe we can tie this into a top shelf. But when we were talking about the Snow White topic earlier, you know that happened in another movie as well that Peter Dinklage was tied into. It was called Tiptoes. I do not know if you guys are familiar with that movie.
No.
In the movie Tiptoes, I really don't remember the entire story because it's been many years since I've seen it. But Matthew McConaughey was one of the main stars, and his younger brother was a little person, dwarf. A lot of controversy came out of that movie because the lead role was played by Gary Oldman, who is a normal stature guy, but they did some effects on him to make him look like a little person. And there was a ton of controversy as well. And so next week when we visit this subject again with the Snow White, something I really want to dig deep into on that is why are all of a sudden Hollywood and the big entertainment industries going a different direction away from little people, especially during a time when woke society is such about, the people that are frowned upon most. We as little people are, so maybe not frowned upon. That's probably the wrong word, term, and I do apologize for that.
Overlooked, maybe.
But you know what I mean? It's one of those things. Why all of a sudden is little people being turned away from for big roles, and they're CGIing it, or they're doing other animations in there where they're tying a normal height person? I think that'd be a good way to another good thing to elaborate on next week for the topic.
Segue into
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Tim Burton's. They did the exact same thing. They only used one little person.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we could talk more about that next week.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah.
I'd like to get into our top shelf.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's hear what we got from top shelf this week.
Let's say
other than my allergies. Ugh.
Do you got one? It's
What
got to be
about the
St.
big
Patty's
storm
Day
that rolled through?
All right, it's got to be St. Patty's Day related.
Yes.
St. Patty's Day related.
Green beer or no?
Green beer, no.
Green beer, absolutely. On St. Patty's Day, green beer.
I all know.
I go no. I'm not a beer drinker.
I love beer. I love my beer. Well, I don't drink anymore, but when I did drink, I love my beer. I did not like anything added to it. I did not like the green dye. I know it doesn't do anything, but to me, mentally, I know I'm looking at my beer and I'm expecting it to be that nice gold color, and it's green. It's a mental.
Actually, on St. Patty's Day, it should be Guinness.
You know what? You know what?
Yes.
You should be drinking Guinness.
What's your favorite thing to eat at McDonald's on St. Patty's Day?
Shamrock Shake.
Nothing.
Shamrock Shake.
Did you say that? Why are you going to just put it down to McDonald's? Why can't it just be what's your favorite St. Patty's Day item to drink or eat?
Corned beef and cabbage, man.
You know that's right, Dennis. High five. High five, Pappy. Corned beef and cabbage. If you're a corned beef and cabbage fan, we want to hear from you in the message board.
And Lucky Charms for breakfast.
We see if she responds. Tim, our fan, do you like corned beef and cabbage? Let's see if she responds.
Or do you
I'm gonna
like
give us a middle finger.
Shamrock
Silky C, are you out there this week?
We also need our fans to
Iggy?
like, share, and subscribe too.
Yes. I know that Kim shared it earlier. Thank you, Kim.
It's pretty neat how we've had slowly built a fan base that are in here loyally every week.
Yeah, bank account's getting kind of empty.
Yeah, Big Sue's in here every week. My son, unfortunately, he's in here every week, but he just torments me. He writes me the private messages and torments me. And
yeah.
There she goes.
Yes, and corned beef. No. Oh, wait a minute. I'm too blind. Yes.
No on the
beef.
cabbage.
What?
Okay.
No to the cabbage. The cabbage is the best part. Well,
I could actually agree with Kim. I'm not a cabbage
cheeseburger with no cheese. It's like, I'll have a cheeseburger. Hold the cheese.
Well, a lot of people are lactose intolerant and can't have cheese.
I know. We heard your little slip up here on the screen a little bit ago.
Yeah, I know.
Lactose intolerant. Benny.
Kim says nasty.
Nasty.
I know. I agree. Benny keeps doing it on air.
No, I think
But it is funny. It is very funny.
I had this funny feeling though. A little slip up Vinny is doing. Partly one of our producers' faults too. I don't know why. I feel like he can be behind a little bit of it. Don't you, there, Phoenix?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, but it is kind of funny.
What
was that?
That's usually
that wasn't me.
That's usually too much.
Hey, you know what it really is? It's honestly that our soundbite guy has found the button, found a new button. Let's turn that off, please. And he found a new button, and it's like anything else. When you get a new toy, you got to play with it.
I don't think it's a button. I think POD is using that as a disguise.
It's probably because he ate too much cabbage.
I was going to say that. Yes, Jeremy.
I'm my guy doing it.
I'm just gonna blame it on the
like
dog.
some Shamrock shakes from McDonald's?
No,
I personally did not like them.
I don't like them either.
Yeah, I don't like them. But I do look forward to my corned beef and cabbage.
Any of our audience members like the Shamrock Shake?
Oh man,
I don't like anything.
I don't eat it, but
I know something I forgot, guys. I have to do this before I forget. I have a best friend out there that her birthday, Daddy's Day. Her name is Chastity McKinley. So if anybody has me as a Facebook friend, go look up Chastity McKinley and make sure you tell her happy birthday and say something about making America great again. It drives her bonkers.
Hey,
okay.
I don't need
Hey, is she watching the show right now?
She might be. She might be.
If we could find out if she's watching the show, we need to sing her happy birthday.
I would. But one more thing that drives her bonkers. Her husband would be upset at me if I didn't mention this. Her husband is also one of my closest friends. His name is Ryan McKinley, and he likes to point out that her favorite singer is Katie Lang. Every birthday he does that to her, so I got to help him out. High five, Ryan. And so if you guys want to send her a happy birthday on her Facebook, and also be sure to put one of your favorite Katie Lang pictures or a song by her. I think I don't even know that. She'll be very appreciative, and good chance she's going to fist fight me and Ryan after this. But it is what it is.
Yeah, well, if
all right, let's sing her happy birthday. And before we sing Chastity happy birthday, if any of you want happy birthday sang to you by all of us little guys and the tallest little guy, Phoenix, just send us a message on it. What's up, Vinny, before we sing happy birthday?
Before anything goes off, if she were to beat you up, POD, don't worry. I mean, she hits you mostly in the head because it's a pretty big target.
No, she's almost a little person. She's 4'11".
That would be more swelling to his head, Vinny.
Yeah.
All right. Let's sing her happy birthday.
All right.
All right, ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Chastity.
From Donald Trump to
Chastity.
Chastity. from Donald
Jack.
Trump too.
Hey.
Happy
Happy
birthday to
Hey,
you.
hey guys,
Back
Hey,
more.
I really want
Colin.
to say something. Hold on.
There is
Okay.
no
We
doubt in
need
my
to,
mind when
to
she
not
sees
quit our
this.
day job.
Hey,
Yeah,
I've no doubt in my
I agree
mind
with you.
when she sees this, we can all guess which finger she'll be holding up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, the thumb.
we can all read between the lines, POD.
It'll be the thumb. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Anybody else have a birthday today? Make sure you respond and put that in there. And we want to start spicing up the show a little bit. But this one today was quite fun. Getting a yak at the American Giant.
Yeah.
Hey, do y'all hear? Listen to this. Hey, Joseph Perino says, "Thank you all. Thank all of the Irish for their." Go ahead, read it, POD. 'Cause I can't see that.
Thank all the Irish for their honoring an Italian saint.
Yep. If you didn't know, St. Patty's was actually an Italian saint.
Huh.
What?
Now, I'd like to also, before we close the show out today, I want to take a few minutes and talk about our new affiliate is antiagingbed.com. Recently, I got contacted these people because I, like a lot of little people, suffer chronic pain. My chronic pain is within my hips, my lower back from having back surgery. And each little person that's in this show, being Pappy, Vinny MG, and Shortcut, we all have chronic pain dealing with being a little person. So we all have become an affiliate, and we are now part of Quantum Healing. They recently sent me a grounding bed cover to try out, and my right hip was almost to a point I couldn't put any weight on it. I'm not gonna sit here and boo-hoo over it. It is what it is. So I pretty much walk permanently with a cane. With this grounding bed cover that I have taken on, oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? With the grounding bed cover that I've taken on, has now helped alleviate a lot of that pain. That pain has come a long way. And so if you get a chance, I invite each of you to check out our new page, antiagingbed.com/Micro Brothers United. Again, antiagingbed.com/Micro Brothers United. Take a chance, check out all the products and see what they have to offer. Watch some of their infomercials they have on YouTube. Baxter. He is the CEO of the company and the founder. He has won many awards on his quantum healing advances and discoveries. So just take a chance. We just ask y'all to check it out. And we'll be talking about that more as we go in the future as our relationship grows. Go ahead, Vinny.
You never answered my question, POD.
Because I don't like you.
You love me, I know. But you still have not answered my question.
What?
My question was, if you lick your bed sheet, will it electrocute you?
No. It's
Have you tried?
when you plug it in, the only thing that's on the plug is just the grounding. The other two that normally go in on the top, there's nothing there. It's just the grounding that you're plugging in. And no, Vinny, I have not tried to electrocute myself just for your thrill. Jeez.
Well, you know, it might be entertaining. I want to see if you sound like, what's that one dude? Gary Coleman.
It would be very shocking, but no, it's not just though for little people. We have to admit that as well. Granted, that's a big part of it because I've got lower back pain, and I know some other people have got some problems as well.
Good call, Jeremy. Actually, very, very. I would like to make sure that they get the chance to get in on that healing as well, because this is something that, to be honest, I don't know this to be fact, and I'm sure they could chime in if they wanted, but I think I was the first little person that contacted them. So obviously I steer it towards the little people because, for obvious reasons, we all that I know of suffer some kind of chronic joint pain. And
yeah,
you're right, Jeremy. I have an uncle that had major back. This would help him a lot. know lots of people with pain, and I invite you to check out the page again. If our producer could put back up that website one more time.
Yeah, it's also for anxiety, depression. I mean, it just basically all out heals your body, but it's not going to be an overnight cure. I mean, because you didn't get these problems overnight, so it will build up and take time.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I got all the
saying.
above, really.
Good point to bring up, Jeremy, is that even myself, when I first heard about med beds, anti-aging beds, grounding covers, all that, I had been under the assumption it was something that you could lay on for several hours and wham bam, you're going to feel instant healing. I have been using the grounding cover for about a week and phenomenal results, but it's not an overnight thing. The best way I can explain it is in my right hip, it always constantly felt like a nerve piercing, stabbing pain. And it never went away since I've had my back surgery. That has dulled now. It's not that sharp, energetic, I can't take it anymore pain. Now it's the pain's still there, but not. Most days it was a 9 out of 1 to 10. Now it's like a 2 to 3.
That's not bad. Those are good numbers.
I know that we've had like the show over the med beds and everything, but we need to have a day one from the first day that you started the med beds to like now, and keep an update like everyone so once in a while, heck, every show ask what the updates are about how you feel. I mean, because really honestly, I'm interested in that. I would like to know how this med bed really what it does for you and how it carries on in the future. I mean, because I'm sold. I haven't even gotten one yet, and I want one. You know,
I agree.
I agree with that as well. I'm hoping that as time goes on, we're able to get each member of our show one, because then, okay, as I tell my continued success, okay, there's going to come a point, I'm sure I'm going to plateau on the level of healing or completely healed. Wouldn't that be awesome? But then we can even start over, for instance, with Vinny. Vinny has a lot of health troubles his own self. Or Pappy. Pappy had surgery on his spine a couple of years after I did. Yeah. So he's a couple of years behind me. So it's something I would even like to bring Pappy into the mix eventually so we can see what it does for him.
I would love that. I would absolutely love and entertain that.
Because Pappy, if you don't mind me asking, I don't listen upset you, but you're still walker bound. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct. I walk with a walker, which is right here, or double canes. My balance is terrible. My pain is terrible.
Pappy double fists it.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I do that a time or two. Yeah, there's days prior to me really going after this quantum healing that I would have to use 2 canes as well, Pappy. So I understand that. And in the world of quantum healing for you, when you think about, when we've talked about the grounding on me and stuff, what do you think it would help you the most in?
Vinny would
check my turn. I think it would help me with my health, better night's sleep. I think it helped me be more energetic in the morning. This way it wouldn't take me a nap. It helped me with a lot of stuff. Maybe grow my beard in full.
There you go.
I wonder if it would help him with his lungs, like his ammonia or pneumonia.
Actually, don't have pneumonia.
Very, very, very good question. But I do want to make sure today we got a little discussion about them at the end of the show, because they have really stepped into my personal life, and I feel the healing immensely already. Now, I don't want to overboard it either. I don't want to sit here and make it like, hey, tomorrow I can go around a marathon. I'm still fat. And I'm lazy.
Yes, you are.
You do not agree with me. That's where you're supposed to jump in and be a friend and say, no, you're not, little buddy.
Okay. No, you're not fat, POD. You're just very, 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 very
fluffy.
No, you're just under tall for your weight.
See, I like how Pappy feels. It sounds so much better.
I'm sorry, you're just really fluffy.
Let's stop sugarcoating it. Okay, you're fat. Okay,
That was uncalled for. You're Whittle.
Sugar-coated fat.
You're Whittle.
AOD. Yeah.
You're fat.
Benny?
He's like a.
You're so fat. It went to your head.
You're talking about him like he's a
You know,
Boston
you got mad at me
donut or
this
something.
morning and you said I didn't answer your question. You yesterday and I texted you. So I'll just ask the fans what they think. I asked Benny if he was driving his little remote control car and I was playing with my police remote control car, would he be required to pull over?
No.
I don't know. It'd be a little chase.
It'd be a chase. Especially if POD was in the car, I'd probably purposely make him crash.
You purposely would
I'm
wreck.
gonna make you lose weight.
You're gonna make me lose weight? The grounding bed's already making me lose weight.
Might make you lose weight.
The grounding bed's already making me lose weight.
Nah.
Grounding cover. Sorry, I keep saying grounding bed.
So how many grounding covers would you need to sleep on?
Well,
How
gentlemen,
many grounding covers did you need to screw in a light bulb?
Can I plug two places real quick?
yes, you can.
Okay.
Mr.
Saturday, I had lots of fun at Topper's Show Bar in Athens. If you guys never been there, it is excellent, and I think they're doing something tonight. Hopefully, I can be there because the other place I'd like to plug is American Pub and Grub, where I was supposed to be there tonight, and they got hit bad by the storm, and they will not be able to do their show tonight.
Oh my
but
God!
Thanks to them for trying to give me that opportunity. I would have loved to meet all those guys over there, but yes, and we're gonna have fun tonight. I'm gonna find somebody to hang out with tonight and hopefully take pictures with them. And
what are the two clubs again, Jeff?
It was Topper's Show Bar in Athens. I was there Saturday, and people were there. Oh my gosh, that place was packed out. We had fun. I actually have a clip uploaded. If you want me to play it real quick,
I do not mind. Go ahead.
The show.
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
All right. Hey, before I play this, don't judge me. Eggs are expensive.
One of those kind of clubs. Oh no, this is going to be bad. What is going on with you?
Shortcut.
And then you look like you made paint at night. Yeah.
You guys realize that's the dark side of the cut.
Taking hands, taking money, you know, stuff. And had my tip cup up. Next thing you know, they're like, "You're next." I'm like, "I'm next."
I agree with you.
And I just got up there and rocked it out. I gave it my best, man.
Takes the dark side of the moon to a whole new level.
That's the dark side of the cut.
Right.
That's the mini one.
My friend. The only question I have for you: did you make some money?
Yes, I made lots. I made lots of money.
Rent is due, POD. You got to pay the bills.
I'm done. And you know, I asked you to kick in here on the little bit of coffee bill. You were going to go out and go that route. I'd have just let it go. I'd have taken care of your part, buddy. You don't got to go to the strip bars to make your cut. Shortcut.
Shortcut. Well, then he could.
I had to make money for my pot of gold.
Right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful show I had today. I had today. I think we're going to turn it over to Pappy for Pappy's final thoughts, and we're going to get out of here. And thank you guys for attending. And before we close, I just want to also add any ideas you have, some topics that you want to discuss. If you want to come on the show and hang out with us, make sure you get a hold of us. Put it in the chat. Get a hold of us at our website. Can we put not our website, our email? Can we get an overlay of our email put up, please? I got it. Never mind. I found it. There's our email, ladies and gentlemen. Please take that down. And you got a show idea, or you want to come on and visit us, come visit. We'd love to see you. And
you want to sponsor?
We'll wrap it up with some final thoughts, my friend.
All right. First of all, thank you all for joining us again for another wonderful show. I want to thank the American Giant for coming on and letting us interview him. He is an inspiration. He is a legend in the wrestling world, and I would think he was a gentle giant, and I just want to thank him for taking that time. And as we celebrate today, St. Patty's Day, I just want to say this. it's a fun day for everyone to be Irish. Everyone to have a good time. Everyone go to your local bars and places that you like to celebrate St. Patty's Day. I just wanted to ask that if you do so, be safe. You want to check out our shows that we've had in the past. And today's show, you can go to youtube.com at Micro Brothers United and check out the show again, or go send Micro Brothers United at gmail.com and send any comments or any emails that you would have for future shows. But this final thought, St. Patty's Day, go be Irish, but don't be stupid. Just be safe. And if you need to, find a ride and get home safely, because we want to see you at our next show. This is Pappy saying thank you and take care, and we'll see you next time.